All right. Very pleased to be joined by 2023 Kroger Queen City Championship presented by P&G winner Minjee Lee. Minjee obviously won this event in 23 here at TPC Rivers Bend. Just when you think back on that win, what do you remember most?
Actually, I won at Kenwood.
Oh, you did win at Kenwood? Okay.
Yeah, so it was a little bit different when I came back last year because we were at a different golf course. So, I played it last year as well. So, I quite enjoy this golf course as well. I like looking at the trees and just the layout. It's very green and very sunny out. So it's nice.
What is it about this event? It's a very stacked field. What is it about this event that attracts some of the other bigger names on our tour?
Yeah, I think it's just in a good time of the season, coming off a couple of weeks after Europe, and then, maybe a couple of the girls took a couple of weeks off before this event. So I think it's just a nice stop. The weather's pretty nice, and where I'm living at the moment, it's really hot still. So it's nice to have a little bit of a break in the weather.
Yeah. And then one of the first times we've gotten to see you since the end of major season, first repeat winner of the Rama Award. Just how honored are you to be that representative now?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty special to me. At the beginning of the year, the majors were a really big goal of mine, and I wanted to, obviously want to contend and have good results in the majors. So yeah, just to be able, it's just I guess the result of all the hard work and all the things that I've been doing up until this point.
Was there anything different you did this season to kind of help you finish as well as you have at all the majors?
Not in particular. Obviously, I've had a few equipment changes, the putter, nothing super new though. I've been using the same irons and driver, and not in particular. Just I think everything's kind of coming together piece by piece, and having a bit more confidence with the putter, and having those weeks where you feel like you're doing a good job, and you can keep building on that momentum. I think that was really key for me this season.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and open it up to media. We'll start here in the media center. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you have any questions on the Zoom, please go ahead and let me know in the chat function. Amy?
Hi, Minjee.
Hi.
It seems like you've been a factor just week in and week out since you won at KPMG. How would you assess your game at this point in your career, and how does it compare to some of the other high points that you've had?
Yeah, I think my long game and just my driving and things, I've wanted to, that has always been pretty solid, I think, over the last few years. So I think it was more just getting the putter and just working and getting a bit more confidence in that area. I think short game, I'm constantly, working on something and trying to get better in that area too. So I think I'm able to rely a little more on my long game and my irons. So I think I was able to put a bit more importance and more of my time into my short game and putting. So I think that's kind of let me be a bit more free in the things that I'm able to work on. So I think just a mix of everything, but obviously golf is so unpredictable. So I think I'm always constantly trying to, get everything in a good place where I can perform week in, week out so consistently.
You mentioned the majors being a big goal for you. With the majors now behind us, what are your goals over this closing stretch of the season?
Obviously, I would love to win CME. That's a big one. And obviously, I would love to be able to, win in Asia. Asia, I always love, playing those events. And a lot of my family come to watch. And obviously, Korea is a big one for me too, the BMW Championship. So, yeah, I feel like I have a good stretch of events coming up, and they are obviously a big goal, but CME would be the ultimate one.
Why is that the one that you want to win most?
I think because it's our season closer. Not that it is, obviously it is a fantastic event and our purse is really high for that one, but I think if you're doing really well heading into CME, and obviously top 60 make it, so I think it's just nice to be able to get into that event and, post a good score and a result.
I'll ask the obligatory Cincinnati reporter question. Have you gotten to experience anything in your years coming here outside of golf in this area that you've enjoyed?
Not in particular.
You haven't had Skyline chili?
No, I don't really like chili, so I haven't really had much chili even in America in general. So
We'll give you a pass.
Yeah.
Todd, if you want to go ahead and unmute and ask your question. Oh, 1 second, Todd, sorry. All right, try again. Nothing. All right, Todd, you got us?
I'm here.
There you go. All right,
Hello?
go ahead.
Oh, hi, Minjee.
Hello.
Congratulations on your season so far. Having won this event at Kenwood before and now facing a fresh setup at TPC Rivers Bend, what differences have you noticed in the courses, and how do you think this course fits your game?
So Kenwood and TPC are like totally different layouts. So I would say, I can't really compare each style to to another, but I think the surface is the same, like the same grass type in the rough on the greens. So in that sense, it's similar. The weather was always good, so that's good. I think at TPC, it's a little more maybe tricky around the greens, a bit more undulation. There are certain spots that you want to be just because there's maybe a little bigger ridges here and there. And I think the rough is maybe a little bit higher this year than last year. And it's not rolling as firm and fast, and it's obviously not as hot. So the surface is, the golf course is playing a little bit longer than last year. So I think it will be a good challenge this year in terms of just it playing a little longer and having to be a bit more accurate with your second shots.
Cool. Anything else from inside here? Perfect. All right. Well, thank you for your time, Minjee.
Thank you.